Hi everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. I'm trying this out for the very first time, figuring out how to do this, so bear with me. First of all, I'd like to thank everyone for subscribing to my channel. I really appreciate it a lot. And that's basically because right now I've finished off one trajectory for my YouTube journey. So thank you so much, you guys. Thank you for viewing everything, and thank you for subscribing and commenting, and for all the likes out there, and for sharing everything. As you can see, this live will be about something important, and the way I'm gonna do it is going to be interesting, depending on whether I will get live viewers and people in the live chat. I will be like going from English to Dutch if I have to. So this live is going to be about my own country and about something they call in English probably a job appointments list, but for the Netherlands and the Dutch viewers out there and Dutch subscribers, it is called the UWV Banenafspraak. So for everyone out there, I've been watching a documentary about this job appointments list. So again, like I say in Dutch, it is about the Banenafspraak. And when I saw this documentary, it was like crazy to watch it. There's been a woman in there, and she was being obligated to apply for jobs and whatnot, but of course she would always get denied, which is unfortunately logical in this case, because of that job appointments list. So the thing is, it's about people that have a disability, and same for me. I have a disability, so I'm on the list as well. So in this live, I know what I'm talking about, and in this live, you, like all of my viewers, will also get to know me a little bit better and know about my situation, and get to know me just a little bit better even by this subject as well, because it's, you know, a whole thing in the Netherlands, the job appointments list, and it's not a good thing. Let's just say it like it is. People will get issues involving relationships, involving marriage, and involving everything, for even living together and whatnot. And this whole country is just not making the right decisions when it comes to that. There are not a lot of houses, so there's a lot of issues there as well. And there's a lot of refugees they take in, so they make a lot of huge issues at this point in time. And now I'm also someone who has been pointing out a signature on reversing this whole process, because the thing is, now you don't get to have a disability social welfare anymore so easily in this country, the Netherlands. And partly I can understand that, but at the same time, there's not a lot of houses. They take in a lot of refugees, and so there's a lot of trouble at this point in time, a lot of issues, and people get codependent in a relationship, in a marriage. A lot of people get to have that, experience that. Same as for me, there's codependency in that kind of case because you don't get to have that option easily to apply for a job and get it so easily, and you don't have that kind of option, and you will experience that codependency on your partner because, well, like I say, it's not that simple when you do have a disability out there, and they will always go ahead and say you can't apply for this, you're not going to be accepted for this or for that. I've been going through the same thing myself a lot of times in my life because, I was like, at least I'm gonna try to apply so that no one can say, hey, you didn't do this, you didn't try it. So I did, and at least they can never say you didn't do it. The city hall was never able, in my case, to say, no, you didn't try to apply for jobs, so this or that. But in this case, it's even worse because the thing is, in this documentary that I've been seeing about this whole subject, there has been a woman who was going through a lot more, and she still needed to go ahead and apply for jobs. So in my case, I'm happy that they were saying, like, we're not gonna go ahead and obligate you for doing that. But the thing is, what I'm trying to accomplish and say with this whole life, and not only that, I'm also trying to accomplish and say with this life, like, people should try and speak about this and say what's on their mind about it. And like I say, basically this subject is for the Netherlands and more for my Dutch viewers or Dutch subscribers. And basically it's about saying what's on your mind, saying your opinion about the whole subject of the matter. And that is what I'm trying to accomplish with this whole life. And also, people will try, or they could try and see and get to know me a little bit better with this life. And that is also one of the goals here that I'm trying to accomplish with this life. But yeah, it's a complicated situation when you're in that kind of mess. The same thing does go for this person in this whole documentary, because her parents are like, they're not so happy about her situation. They know that she will stay in this social welfare for the rest of her life if nothing's gonna ever change. And now I'm not saying that other countries might be dealing with the same thing. I think they might be, that if you have a disability or that if you have sickness, that there's just not anything out there to support you or help you in that manner. And what I mean with that is, like, maybe you do get that, you get help or something, but at the same time, in some cases, people will have that codependency on a partner. That's never gonna change. In this type of situation, it's never gonna change if they're being that strict. And I understand the whole strictness about it. There might have been people out there that were getting a social disability welfare so easily, but that doesn't mean that it's fair for all those thousands of people out there that do not get to have it. that will always be the ones to, shoot behind the back, or how you pronounce it. Like, they will never get the back just because those rules were getting more strict and strict. And like I say, this will be more for my Dutch citizens and for the Netherlands, because the subject is more or less about that, because I live in the Netherlands and people will get to know me with this life a little bit better and about my situation. But yeah, I just hope that more and more people are going to try and step up and speak up about this, because I don't think that they make a right decision here. There's so much houses that they need to even have or build, and they're not gonna do it because they also are like, oh yeah, we also need to care about the environment rules and whatnot. So the whole Europe is making up stuff, and now what are we gonna do? So we are going to have so many issues as a country, and this will never go right. This will never change, and yet we're also going to make everything even more expensive each year, and people will not get a lot of money extra. Like, it might be even in other countries that way, but it also is that way in the Netherlands. I can tell you, all you guys, it's definitely like that. And if you're struggling in a marriage or being with someone, it's hard to really get even a house again for yourself. And so they just don't think well enough about this. They don't. People don't want to spend their lives at home. People don't want to spend their lives entirely without a job. Like, I don't even, you know? So I don't understand why people do not get this, and why the politicians do not get this either. Because people don't even want to spend their whole lives having nothing going on. But you know what? Maybe I'm crazy, but maybe people will think that everyone does want that. But no, they don't. I can tell you that much. I'm just fed up with the whole situation that everyone may think this way out there in the whole wide world, but it ain't like that. Nobody would want to spend their lives that way. In my situation, there's just, my partner did get to have the social disability welfare, but yeah, like, that was just some type of luck as well, a little bit, but also because he has more things going on than I do for that. So then you were still getting it, like around 2010 or something it was for him. That's the kind of version he has for that. But in my case, it was just totally too late. And so you will shoot behind the back, basically, because they made things more and more strict. And I can understand it a little bit perhaps, but not entirely. Because in my case, we get social welfare next to his social disability welfare, and half of it goes to my husband, and half of it goes to me. So basically, my husband has two kind of social welfares on his name. That's another thing that's just strange. You know what I mean? And I don't know how it goes in other countries, but I'm sure of it. I'm sure that it's almost a global problem. Houses and economy and work and whatnot. And then we go ahead and spend our times like judging everyone on every single damn thing. But did you ever stop to think and start to notice that maybe people don't really receive that much of help, even if they want to? Even if they want it, they don't get that kind of help or something. Like, there's a lot of cases where that happens. Now, there might be also cases where someone really does ignore the whole kind of help and they be like, no, I'm good, it's all right. Yeah, they might exist. But how many does exist in that kind of case? How many people would reject help? I don't think a lot of people would. And that's what I'm trying to say here. Like, they make the wrong decisions. And now they're gonna say, oh yeah, but for the refugees, we will go ahead and do this. You're not gonna be shortened in money. They can live with people and they keep their money, refugees, and you keep your money. But when it comes down to your own citizens, you're gonna be like, oh yeah, but we're gonna make this more strict, we're gonna make that more strict, and then what? It also just matters a lot because people are gonna be more and more unhealthy, which is a funny thing because someone tries to say that I should hit the gym in the chat log even. Well, I can tell you, I cannot even go ahead and do something like that. Even with that, it is like how it is. I have a codependency in this kind of case with my partner. So there is gym in some type of shop that we are getting every year, but it doesn't mean that I get to be the one to only decide what we're gonna do with that kind of shop. So, I mean, maybe I'm crazy, but I'm just saying as it is. This is the reality that a lot of people live in, not just me. It's about thousands of people out there. And the main thing and problem is, in some cases, the male partner will be the one who would be codependent on the woman. And in most cases, it could be the other way around. But in both cases, it's never all right. It's never all right, no matter what. Because people didn't ask for that kind of situation. I didn't ask for my kind of situation. I have a disordered profile for my IQ. I've never asked for this. I never ever even asked for having that. No one would want to spend their life and have anything. I've been born with oxygen shortage, so it might have caused these problems that I have because of that. And now there's just no way of knowing that I will ever see it being reversed, if you know what I mean. See these things reversed, that maybe I could later on get a disability social welfare. I don't know if it's ever going to be reversed. I did sign up my signature for it. And for all my Dutch citizens, I hope you will enter in the comments what you guys think, and maybe also what you guys think should change in this kind of matter, because of the whole factor here that a lot of people will have codependency on their partner. And I don't think that's fair nor right. I don't think that's ever gonna be fair. And I think that people should try and speak up about it and really show their opinion and show what they think should change or how they think it could change. And that goes for my Dutch citizens out there and my Dutch viewers out there and my Dutch subscribers. Enter in the comments what you think should change about the UWV Banenafspraak. mensen. So that's my point. And like I say, it might even be a problem in other countries as well. But I know what I'm talking about because I've been seeing this documentary about it in my own country. And I'm on the list. So it's not like people can say in this life, oh, you're not knowing what you're talking about. You don't know because you're not dealing with it, or you didn't see anything about it. No, I did. No, I really did. And last time I spent some visiting moment at my parents, and they were debating this in my country. They were even debating on making things even more strict or worse. That's what my parents told me. And I'm like, how can you come up with making things even more worse and strict? There's no way. There's no way in making stuff up like that. People will not get a job in that kind of situation. Because in my kind of case, I've spent my whole life thinking there was nothing wrong with me. And then I was going for driver's lessons. And I was like trying to get my driver's license. And after that, I was like, no, this is not gonna go well. I know what I need to do. I need to get some help. And that is when I found out about having my disordered profile for my IQ. And it was like, it gave me the answer why I failed for that. But the factor here is, for 21 years, I never knew. And that's when you're behind everything. You spend so long and not having help. You're not having anything. That also might be why my whole situation is the way it is as well right now. But the factor exists that I even was shocked about the documentary that I've seen, that this person that was going through so much more than I am, she needed to apply for any job. But what will happen is she will not rejected for her disabilities. And then what? She will feel even worse at the end of the day because of that happening. And the thing is, she had the same disability as I do, but she also did have things physical. So she also had physical disabilities even. So in that kind of case, it's like, I've been really thinking like, how can they do this? How can they just go ahead, obligate someone like that to just go ahead and be like, no, you need to apply for any job. Doesn't matter what it is, you need to apply. This is something we will make you do. But the thing is, she will always get rejected. She will always be denied. You know, the thing is, a normal social welfare is not something you get to stay in your whole entire life in the Netherlands. That's not usually how it works. And everyone will know it. All of my Dutch viewers out there that watch it, or all of my Dutch subscribers that watch it, will know it. Or if they re-watch it, they will know it. They will know what I'm talking about because of my banner as well. The thing is, it's never like that. A normal social welfare is just in case that there is no other option, but it almost always had to be temporarily. Always. Not for your entire life. this is why they should just reverse it. They should reverse the whole criteria for the social disability welfare in my country, the Netherlands. But I'm just wondering if they will, and if they ever will be like, oh, this is not gonna work out any further because there's a lot of issues revolving houses, there's a lot of issues revolving that people will get codependent on the other person. There's a lot of issues involved, and I know that in other countries things like that also occur. I'm sure of that. But globally, something has to change in it. Something maybe has to change in every country for it. I don't know. But these things, and I will never say that, that they do everything the most best for refugees. I will never say that. And even refugees have to have a life, or they went through a lot of stuff probably. I mean, the real refugees in that kind of case, they went through a lot, and so that's different. But at the same time, it's not fair to be so strict on people that did not ask for that situations. People like that didn't ask for that situation. They wanted to be up early. They wanted to be out there making their money. They did. Same as me. I did too. If I could have, or if if things were different, I probably would have. But it ain't like that. I just suffer from these consequences, or these circumstances, basically, of what even happened in that kind of case, because of that whole situation. I was never able to go ahead and do what other teenagers do, go and work in a store or other things. They were thinking that there was more wrong with me, and so I did spend also times in a lot of different colleges as well, because they were thinking that there was something wrong, but they did not know whether that was a disability in my case or not. There were things going on, and my parents did what they did. They were listening to everyone. They did all of the things that was being said and asked from all of my school times. But things are the way they are, and I don't know if that has a reason or not. But I know one thing, and that is, I was thinking like, let's try and make a life about this for my Dutch citizens, for my Dutch viewers and whatnot, about this whole subject. They will know what I'm talking about because of my banner. And I hope that they will enter in the comments what they think should change, what they think is not alright right now in this country revolving this and regarding this subject. Because this is just not alright. Everyone wants to live their best life. Everyone does. Nobody wants to be like, oh, I'm just not. Maybe there's a few, but not everyone. Because the thing is, I might be spending soon outside walking as well. Because as from what I see right now, it might be staying dry as well outside. I'd be even doing that and probably post something like that. So it's not that I'm someone who stays in their house the whole day either. I'm trying. I really am trying to be the best version of myself. But it's just so unfortunate that I didn't feel like that I had the help that I may have needed in my life. But I know that I'm not the only one. This goes for thousands of people. Also in my own country, the Netherlands, and maybe even for other countries. They didn't get the help, and now they might be stuck. But that doesn't mean that they did not want to be their best selves. They did. They always do. Most people do. And now it's just up to the politicians to maybe realize this, instead of thinking, oh yeah, we can still do this more strict or still do that more strict. I don't think they can even do that. It's just crazy when they talk about these things. Refugees in my country, I'm sure of that. Refugees, they might be in this social welfare as well. So that they come up with this type of stuff even. It doesn't go into my head even. Refugees, they also receive it, I'm sure of that. They receive social welfare as well, probably. So I don't know what my country's thinking, but it's not gonna be the right decision in general for making things even more strict. They should really reverse it, because people that have a relationship, they can easier stay together and live together. But in a case that it is right now, it's more difficult a bit. You will experience that codependency on each other. It's just not right. It's not right in any country, for sure. For sure. But that's what happens. And now they should really just think about all of that and think about how much consequences it does have. There's so much, like there's not a lot of houses. So that's another problem. There's too many issues in every country, of course, probably. But in this case, I just hope they're gonna reverse that one way or the other. Mostly because I was even shocked. Someone who's going through a lot more than I was going through already needs to apply for any job in my country. I was shocked. Like, that's just wrong. But then again, that's also in the country here as well. In my case, every city hall has different rules. Every city hall will apply the whole social welfare differently as well. So they also should change that, because that's not right. That's just not right, because you're changing how you will be for someone, how you will approach that person. It ain't right. They should definitely do something about this. And I hope they will realize one day what they do or what they did. So, and for everyone that entered the chat, I will say a hello to all of you. And also hello to my partner, because he also popped up. So, but yeah, I'm gonna end this live session soon. And again, I want to thank everyone for subscribing to my channel and for watching me and for commenting and for all the likes. I really appreciate it. I really hope to keep continuing this whole thing and this whole journey. So yeah. So yeah, that's what I'm doing. And I will also upload those walking videos outside even, because I've got a whole series that I can make with that. So that's gonna be a lot of fun as well, you guys. But yeah, in this life you are also gonna experience that. You're just gonna get to know me a little bit better as well this way. And yes, at the same time, it's about a important subject. So this is why I'm making this live. And I saw a documentary about that subject, so I know what I'm talking about. I am on that kind of list myself of what this subject is about. So ja. Ja, tot vanmiddag weer. Werkse Robin. So yeah, people, I want to say to everyone, have a great day for the rest. And, or if you're definitely working or doing something else and you might rewatch this later. Or voor my Dutch viewers, als je dit later terugkijkt, dan hoop ik dat je ook in de reacties schrijft, ja, wat jij denkt dat zou moeten veranderen over de hele UWV-kwestie. We weten allemaal dat ze zijn gaan debatteren erover. Dus daarom schakel ik even over naar Nederlands. Dus voor al mijn Nederlandse kijkers en voor al mijn Nederlandse abonnees. Of als je dit later terugziet en je denkt van oké, toch wel even een interessante onderwerp. Ik wil eronder reageren, want ik heb hier ook mee te maken. Ik wil reageren en zeggen van wat ze anders zouden moeten doen. Dan ben je van hartelijk welkom in de commentaren. Aangezien als je dit niet live ziet, kun je dit niet doen in de live chat. Maar ik nodig je er wel uit om te zeggen wat je ervan vindt in de commentaar. Ga dat vooral posten, mensen. En vergeet ook eigenlijk niet om je handtekening te zetten onder... eigenlijk moet ik die link even plaatsen voor mensen. Want ze willen dus kijken of ze de Wajong weer terug kunnen draaien. Voor mensen zoals waar ik onder val. En misschien val jij daar ook onder als kijker. Dus als je dit terugkijkt, mensen, voor mijn Nederlandse kijkers. Laat vooral weten wat je ervan vindt. En ik zou vooral ook zeggen, ondanks dat je misschien denkt van oké, misschien heeft het geen zin. Maar ik zou gewoon mijn handtekeningen neerzetten onder het verhaal van terugdraaien van de Wajong criteria. En ik nodig je daarvoor uit om te zeggen van, doe dat voornamelijk. En kijk daarom deze live terug. Want dit is waar het onderwerp over gaat. Maar ik doe natuurlijk ook veel in het Engels. Voor mijn Engelse kijkers of mijn Engelse subscribers. Of waar ze ook vandaan komen. Engels is natuurlijk de wereldtaal. En vandaar dat deze live dus ook in het Engels is. Maar gedeeltelijk zal die inderdaad in het Nederlands zijn. voor mijn Nederlandse kijkers, omdat het een Nederlandse onderwerp is. Maar doe dat vooral, vind ik. Want eigenlijk wat ze verzinnen of hebben verzonnen hiermee is niet correct. En enigszins lijkt het erop dat er misschien nagekeken wordt en het misschien ook wel teruggedraaid wordt, wie weet, maar ik weet het niet. Hoop houden doet wonderen, zeg ik. Misschien. Maar in dit geval, laat vooral weten wat je ervan vindt. Laat weten wat jij vindt dat dan anders moet of anders kan. Als het gaat omtrent dit hele UWV-onderwerp. Want dat is misschien wel heel erg van belang. En ik weet ook niet of meer mensen hier live over gaan. Maar ik ben live gegaan, mensen, omdat ik het documentaire heb gezien hierover. En ik sta zelf ook op de lijst voor de banenafspraak. Dus weet dat ik in elk geval over dit onderwerp niet helemaal iemand ben die niet weet waar die over praat. Want dat weet ik op dat ogenblik wel. En vandaar ook dat ik deze live ben aangegaan. Dus ik hoop dat dat duidelijk is. En bovendien, mensen zullen door deze live mij ook beter leren kennen. En dat is misschien toch ook wel weer een leuk iets. Hoop ik tenminste. En ja, ik zal in ieder geval ook even de link nog plakken voor de handtekeningen, voor de hele Wajong kwestie. Voor het terugdraaien van de zo ernstige strikte regels. Dus die zou ik ook even plakken voor alle kijkers of alle kijkers die dit terugkijken. Zodat je de handtekening kunt zetten eronder. Want dat is natuurlijk dan wel van belang. En ik weet zeker dat er duizenden mensen zijn die met ditzelfde situatie te maken hebben. Dat weet ik haast wel zeker. En van daaruit ben ik dus live gegaan hierover. Dus ja, ik hoop wel dat jullie benieuwd zijn. En dit terugkijken misschien. En ook gewoon van je laat horen ook. Wat vind je ervan? Wat moet anders? Wat moet anders omtrent het hele UWV-verhaal? Wat denk jij? Wat vind jij? Er zijn ook heel erg veel huizen tekort en het is gewoon heel jammer dat mensen die dan samen willen zijn op deze manier het moeilijker hebben om samen te zijn. Je raakt heel erg afhankelijk van elkaar eigenlijk. Maar goed, ik ga zo ook dus weer wandelen buiten. Want het lijkt me wel even weer leuk om te doen. Zo te zien is het mooi weer in Nederland. Dus, en ja, ik hoop gewoon ook voornamelijk om te horen van alle Nederlanders, Nederlandse kijkers, Nederlandse abonnees. En ja, de mensen die het terugkijken, hopelijk ook van Nederland. Laat dus weten in de reacties wat je ervan vindt. En zoals aangegeven, deze live is daarom gedeeltelijk in het Engels en gedeeltelijk in het Nederlands. Aangezien Engels dus ook de wereldtaal is. Dus dat men het even weet. Nogmaals wil ik dat even duidelijk maken. En ja, ik hoop dat jullie dit eventueel ook zelfs terugkijken. En dan merk ik wel of mensen wat zullen schrijven in de opmerkingen. Laat vooral dus weten, wat vind jij dat anders kan of anders moet omtrent het hele UWV-verhaal. Want daar is waar deze live over gaat, mensen. En verder rest wil ik iedereen een fijne dag wensen. En ik sluit deze live daarom nu af, want het is best wel lang. Dus ik zou zeggen doei en tot de volgende keer. Bye everyone. See you next time.